Last time, Total Party Guild.
Then that's where you guys stop to tie up the horses. So
I pat mine on the head and say, "Good horse." You stay right here. Pretty sure it can understand me.
Why are you talking to a horse?
I don't know. I've grown fond of it.
I'm going to attempt to pat Maryn on the head.
The hell, man.
Oh, no.
Good elf.
Don't touch. Don't.
He's grown fond of you. Now, smush Maryn's cheeks together and say,
I would recommend not.
I don't think that's an elven custom. I am trying to learn, but I do not believe you, Stennel.
I mush my horse's cheeks together.
It bites you.
Yeah, it tries to bite you.
Ah.
And welcome adventurers to Total Party Guild, a retrowave inspired 5th edition D&D game that we play live podcast version.
Very eloquent.
Thank you. Yeah,
How many adjectives can we fit on the
I don't
front?
know. I'm just trying
Do
to
it in
really
one
wrap
breath.
that up. So yeah, I got them all out there. So I'm Sean. I'll be your DM for this story arc, and we are joined here today with
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx, human bard.
Talon Rowe playing Maryn, the drow monk.
Jeremy Blackheart playing Graham Oriah, half-elf Hexadon.
And Justin Lamb playing the halfling barbarian, Stennel Bjornsson.
Last time on Total Party Guild, we made our way into the forests of Timatone as we began heading north to the logging village of Timatone. On the way there, we ran across the party decided to take a slight break and wait for on the side of the road, waiting to see what happened. And as they did, a patrol of hobgoblins began to arrive. Now, they thought this patrol was a little bit too big for them, and they decided to remain quiet. But unfortunately, the patrol had some dogs that began to sniff around and rolled really well in their perception checks. So they did begin to hunt and track them back into the forests when the party sprang from hiding, leaping onto the hobgoblins, and eventually, in a half-recorded combat, destroy them.
Oopsie.
Whoops.
So now here we are standing on the road. The combat just finished. Our heroes, covered in blood, breathing hard, injured from their combat. What do you wish to do?
Short rest.
I have 3 spell points.
We gonna take a knee.
Meditate.
The first thing I'm going to do is drag all these bodies deep into the woods.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
prestidigitation all the blood off the roads, bit by bit, and then I'm going to spray floral foresty scents into the air.
All right,
Prestidigitation-y.
so you clear the blood off,
Yeah.
you Febreze the ground.
Pine and shit.
I'm taking the long way around of pass without a trace. We were never here.
As you guys drag them off, and you drag them far enough away from the road that you don't think like another party would run across them or spot them or anything like that.
And
So-
then I'm just going to check them real quick. What do they got? Money, gear?
Yeah.
Yeah, so most of the gear has been
Keys.
damaged. Keys. Most of the gear has been damaged due to you guys. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, actually, before we go too far. The rest of you guys taking a look at that as well, or
Yeah, sure.
I get -1 to intelligence.
sweet.
Well, that's not going to do anything.
15.
15 at advantage because the rest of the party is trying to help you out.
Oh, okay. Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
that sounds good. All right,
Lovely.
-1.
So 19 then.
Switching dice really helped.
That did. Yeah, that did. All right. So the bodies of the guys are pretty beat up. Obviously, they've been cut. Their equipment is damaged. Most of them are wearing scale mail armor with those big tower shields. The archers are wearing a lot lighter gear. They're like leather armor. And you see that they have bows that have now been damaged. They have plenty of arrows if you want a ton of arrows. Anyone want a ton of arrows?
I have a crossbow. Do they have any bolts? For
Yeah, I have a
How many
crossbow
bolts?
too.
Yep, they're all short bows.
booty?
They all have on them like small sacks filled with gold coins, and as you begin to go through them, you collect in total 102 gold pieces worth of gold coins as you loot the bodies.
Nice.
The commander had also as well a small satchel with a small banded agate that you could probably sell for like 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Just as a rough guess.
If you were to spitball it.
I mean, yeah, if you were just to guess on it.
Because all of us are jewel masters.
Jewel masters, right? Yeah, exactly. This is worth 10.
Jewelries.
Yeah.
Jewel-
Taking
Jewelers.
a look at the bodies, the commander, as you rolled pretty well for this check, on the back of his neck, there is a strange, like, white patch that is, like, it almost looks natural, like something's growing on the back of him.
I was gonna say, does he have what is that? Vitiligo?
Vitiligo.
I don't know what that is.
It's where your pigment
Yeah.
changes.
You lose your skin
Oh,
pigment.
no. It
Oh.
actually looks like there's something growing on top of the back of his neck.
Like a fungus or a mold or something?
Yeah, like a fungus.
I'm
or a
going to
mold.
take one of the arrowheads and scrape it.
Okay. As you do, it like begins to scrape up and peel, and you can see that it peels away from the bottom of the skin, and there's like almost like roots growing into the neck. And as you peel it back, you can see like little holes in the back of his neck where blood begins to well out,
Oh.
but not like a lot because he's dead.
You look at the other guys and see if they have anything similar.
Looking at the rest of the guys, you don't see anything like that on the rest of the people. It just seemed to be on the commander of this squad.
Oi.
Can I like pry it all the way off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can completely pry it all the way off. It takes flesh with it, and
Yeah.
so there's like a large patch left over on the back of his neck.
What are you digging around in there for?
Do you have a flask or something, Stennel?
Probably. Why?
Do you have a flask or something, Stennel?
I have 10 vials.
Maybe use one of Jewel wants that nastiness.
Hand you one of the empty vials.
Will it fit in a vial?
Yeah, you can kind of like roll it up, like
Mhm.
it's bendy.
Like a fruit roll up?
Yeah, like for roll up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Gross.
It's
Like a
fungus
white
and flesh
patchy fruit
favors.
roll up.
Yeah.
and stick it inside the flask there.
And I'm just going to shove it in with the arrow because I don't want to touch it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to double bag it in a pair of socks.
All right, it's now double bagged in a pair of socks.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure I have a mess kit, so there's probably a canteen somewhere in there, but I'm not, that's not going in my water.
Why not? You don't want to drink it?
I'm not happy.
Are we gonna sit here and take a breather? Maybe I could whip out my ukulele. It's ukulele size, but it's a lute.
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
Was there some kind of like help in terms of like healing rest?
Yes.
Rest
So
healing.
I have Song of Rest, which gives you 1d6 extra HP if you use your hit dice.
Ooh, per hit dice?
No, it's just once.
Okay.
4th edition, it used to give you per hit dice.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are gonna go ahead and take a short rest.
Back at the horses?
Yeah. Back at the horses.
All right, and you guys are gonna wander back to the horses and then take a quick short rest as you sit there. So, okay, so you guys have made it back to the horses. You've taken a short rest, and we've rolled all the hit dice and healed ourselves up a little bit,
Mhm.
and
Back to full.
And it's right near the end of your guys' short rest when you can hear the cluppity of horses, and the sounds of the cartwheels making their way down the road from Timatone Village towards you.
Hide.
Can we do perception to see what it is?
It
If
looks-
it's people or if it's
They're not trying to hide or anything like that. So you can see far enough down there. It looks like there's a dressed farmer with a
humanoids.
Yeah,
Well, I
humanoid.
guess
yeah, they're all
Hobgoblins
humanoids,
are
so- yeah, but with a cart and just one horse. And you can clearly see that he's like trying to whip the horse to go as fast as possible, and the horse is like having none of it. Like it's getting really freaking tired, and it's just clopping
wave him down.
Yeah, I'd run out with both hands.
All right.
If he's being chased.
So you do that, and he like looks at you, and you can see like the panic on his face. But then, he catches the guild symbol, and he like, whoa, and slows down the horse.
Sorry, I kicked her right in the face.
This isn't previous combat. Stop hurting dogs.
What's going on, friend?
I'm trying to get to you, actually.
Good job. Well done.
Congratulations.
Yes, I need the guild. We're going to try and... Well, you're here. That's fantastic. I didn't realize... We thought that you weren't coming. It's been such a long time.
Oh.
Bureaucracy, you know?
All that red tape.
We got held up with a patrol.
Oh, you've seen them then?
They saw us.
Barely.
Great. Then you're here to save the village. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
How many are in the village?
How many villagers?
How many?
Both. Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, so many. So I can't count anymore. I don't actually live in the village. I live nearby, but I've seen them. I've seen them slowly building their walls and taking the villagers. I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing it, but we paid the guild, and no one came, and now they're starting to move out into the hills and get the homesteaders. So I have to come here. I have to come and tell the guild. But you're here now, and that's great. My daughter will be happy for this.
Is she here with you?
He just reaches behind him and like flips over a tent, and it's like, you can stand up now. That it's the guild. They're here. And a woman stands up, and she's like, you can see that her clothes are pretty like ratty, and she's got her hair that's like pulled and tied up, and she looks like on the verge of malnourished. Like these guys have been out here for a while now without the guild help, and they're starting to feel the effects. So she like shyly nods at you guys.
What can you tell us about how many patrols have you seen come through? Has anybody been keeping track of like the tactics, the logistics?
Is there a way we can get in?
Possibly Jacoby has been doing that. He's the one who got the rest of us together and tried to get money to put it forth for the guild. He's young and impressionable and wants to be a guildman himself one day. He's starting to form what he calls a resistance against the hobgoblins, but I don't think it's going well. To be honest.
No.
It's honorable.
But, we're here now, so we can help it go well.
I hope so. I really, truly do. Let me mark it on your map where my house is.
What just happened? Are you making video game references? Stop making video game references.
Help, adventurer.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
So I want to get out some rations and water. My canteen. I'm just going to give it to him and his daughter.
Okay. They eat it hungrily. Like you can see that they whatever they've been doing for a while now, they haven't been getting nearly as much food as they should be.
Yeah.
Do they at least have water?
They do now, yeah.
Oh, but they didn't.
No.
And then I want to trade. Is it just a one horse carriage?
Yeah, it's just a one horse carriage.
I want to trade out my paladin horse for their tired horse.
Yeah, it is. It's not even like designed for like fast travel or anything like that. It's a horse that usually like moves plow and like would take the cart to the village and back. Like it's already old, and now he's been whipping it for who knows how long to try and get it to go. And
poor old horse.
Yeah, but I mean, the villager himself is like, you can see the fear etched in him.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that, you take a little bit of time to unhitch and then rehitch the horses, but yours is like battle ready. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you should probably keep heading to the city just in case.
My thanks. My thanks. Yes, Jacoby, he'll see that you're from the guild, and I'm sure he'll help. I'll take my daughter to the city. I'll let the guild know.
Mhm. Let them know how it really is here.
I will.
Yeah, I don't know if the guild knew quite how bad it was. This is pretty bad.
Does say hobgoblins took over town.
Well, yeah.
It does. Oh, good. So they did get the entire message then.
Hopefully.
That's probably, yeah.
That was like weeks ago.
They only have so many.
We came
Yep.
as fast as we
Yeah.
could.
They only have so many high-level members.
I
higher-level
appreciate it.
members.
I'm glad that nothing got in your way and you traveled here as quick as possible.
Are we going to be moving slower now from the weight of this guilt? Going to impede our movement?
Now you're fine.
We shrug it off.
Yeah, and then he like, hey-yahs, and the horse begins to move away. Yeah.
I don't have a canteen anymore.
You can have some of mine. It doesn't have any dead flesh in it.
I wrote down vial of white neck mold.
That's great.
Yep. So the where he told you his house was is like a little bit farther than where you guys are traveling, and then there's like a forest road that goes off, and it kind of goes up a little bit of a hill. So Timatone's in a bit of a valley, and so the valley itself rises up on either side of it, and the homesteaders live on one side and on the other side, but their house is on the it would be the east.
Let's go east.
Yep. So you guys go ahead and do that then?
Yeah.
All right. So you travel down the road. You don't run across any other patrols, and eventually you take that little forest path and make your way up towards where his house is. So as you're traveling down the road, you see that there's several other like small forest trails that branch off from this road, and this road already goes from like a major travel road to a smaller like 2-cart road, and all the little other side roads are only like 1-cart sized. But eventually you come around the corner, and as you do, like you can see that there's a clearing in front of you, and there's a small cottage and a barn off to the side, and what would be a stable for a plow horse. And in the clear area, there's what appears to be what should have been a growing crop, but it's now like cut and flattened.
Oh. Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what you guys see as you begin to approach.
Should we wave like a white flag? They're gonna see we're not. Those guys were like red. You guys didn't tell me hobgoblins were all red
They were green.
and green. You tell me they were green.
What color is this?
Are you colorblind still?
I can fly. Don't tell me I can't fly.
Have you been chewing on that mold?
Red. Well, I mean, I've always thought they look pretty similar, but yeah, I mean, just figured it was my brother playing a trick on me. Like, tell me, no, that's red. No, that's green. It's the same thing, Ren. So
Canon.
we.
God damn it.
It is now. Stennel is colorblind. Okay, so should we wave a white flag? Or should we just head in?
Just head in.
Yeah.
I'll wave a white flag.
So he's waving this
Not
red flag
surrendering.
over his head. He's right. No, I'm teasing.
That's just my sword
Yeah.
in a threatening manner.
That's right. Yeah. And you ride
Stabbing motions.
Bloodthirst in the eyes.
You guys ride up, and as you do, the front door opens up, and there's a younger man on the inside. He's got close cropped brown hair, and as it rolls up, he like the door opens up, and he's got himself like a bow in hand, and an arrow already knocked, but it's not aiming at you. It's just closer to the ground. And as he looks at you, you almost get the sense of like anger as you guys are approaching.
Jacoby?
Oh, you finally decided to come, eh?
There's only so much we can do in a day.
We could turn around if you want.
I mean, right now it almost doesn't matter with all the villagers grabbed.
I heard almost. Is that the same as doesn't matter?
I have things well under hand. I'm fine.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So we just leave?
You do what you want.
well, we do want to get paid for a job, right?
Do we?
I can't just leave them.
We killed some hobgoblins. I mean, that counts. We can take our portion out of the guild and send the rest back.
Can you describe Jacoby to us?
Yeah, he's a villager who is about 5'9", 5'10", and you can see from his look, he's more of a kid. He's like 17 years of age, and he's putting on a really tough face. But you can definitely see that he's starting to lose a lot of weight. Like he's wearing clothes that are beginning to get loose fitting that probably should have been able to fit him okay at one point in time. He's got a sallow look on his face. He doesn't look like he may not even be strong enough to fire the bow he's carrying in front of him at the time.
Does he look kind of dirty?
Yeah, yeah, a little dirty. But he's like, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
That is a 14.
Yeah, he's totally just putting on a brave face for you, but like you can see the fear in his eyes. Anyways,
How many of you are there in the house?
6.
Okay. I'll pull out 6 of my rations and offer them, peace offering.
I'm just gonna brush past him into the house.
Yeah, and so you easily do that and almost knock him on the floor.
I'm
Yeah.
like, your pride's gonna kill you, man.
And
I just head in.
yeah, and as you head in, you see that there's like 5 others that are in very similar shape, mixture of men, women. There's a dwarf in the back with like just like gray hair and gray beard, and he's giving you the stink eye as you first walk in, but then he sees like she's got food. He immediately like melts. Oh my god, So
You guys need a pot roast badly.
do you have a pot roast?
Do we have a pot roast?
I would love a pot roast.
I have a
Oh.
picnic basket, but it's empty.
Yeah. We've got some like trail rations and stuff.
I've got rice.
Can we eat hobgoblin? Or is that weird?
That's weird.
They can talk. I think if they can talk, it's weird. It's weird to eat things that talk.
I mean, my dog kind of talks. You could eat a dog.
But yeah, but you don't really want to. Do you?
You can see one of the villagers who was at one moment extremely excited begin to give you like a weird look, and then you can hear a small child and like, "Mommy, are they gonna feed us dogs?" Like,
Absolutely
gosh.
not. Again, Stennel and Jules' side conversation, disquieting people.
Constantly.
"Shh, dear, it's okay." And she starts like, push. They have trail rations, right? Trail rations.
Yes.
And rice.
We can share what we've got.
So plates are quickly like pulled out of places and they're spread around, and the dwarf pulls out a flask and pours what appears to be like the last little bits in cups around the table. To your health.
Oh,
I have salt and pepper.
Spices.
Like the look on everyone's face is super
Lovely.
exciting. Jacoby is still giving you guys kind of like a stink eye, like he was top dog and now being sidelined, but
No.
Well, he was clearly being so useful to these people.
Well, okay. So once everyone's had some food, definitely make it a point to involve him and ask him if he's been keeping track of the rotations. And
Can I try?
Yeah.
Since I did the insight in him,
yeah, absolutely.
I'll like sit to his right side, and then I'll like look to him and be like, "All right, you're Jacoby.
yeah.
All right. Well, we ran into someone on the road, told us that you were the guy to talk to. You were the leader of this operation. So if you could tell us what you've been working on, how we can help."
Yeah.
Where you can use us the most, maybe.
Yeah, I heard you were the leader. So if you could tell us what you know.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
20. Natural 20.
And that puts it at a...
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you have a
Plus
negative.
a
I'm just
negative
curious.
one.
Yeah.
Didn't know I needed more than a natural
You don't,
20.
I'm just curious.
Skill checks you can't crit on.
Yeah.
Was it? Well, it's a 20. What was it? Persuasion?
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the guy, is real. No, he's fine. So, all right. So he seems excited from the fact that you're pulling him in and starting asking questions and stuff like that. So, and he sits down with you. Oh, okay. All right. And he pulls out like a hand-drawn map of the village and he puts it in front of you. They have started building a wall from like the front building to the other buildings, and it's like 10 feet tall, and they have something behind it that they can stand on because they have archers posted on the outside edges of the walls there on multiple spots all around it. They built a gate at the front and a gate off to the side where they can come in and out, and they patrol regularly once every 8 hours. A patrol leaves. They do that throughout the entire day.
Is there more than one patrol?
Yes.
It's comprised of different people?
Yes, I've seen it. In the morning time, at like 8 o'clock sharp, the 2 gates open and a squad leaves both gates. And then they go out on their little patrols, and about mid-afternoon they come back, and then another squad leaves.
So that means if we posted up back on the trail every 8 hours, we take a long rest.
We'd get hit again.
We gobble up the hobgoblins. Don't let any of
and
them.
we could set up a trap for them.
Don't let any of them
It'd be
escape.
easier.
We could just whittle
Pick
them
'em
down.
off. I mean, we took care of one patrol. It's gone. There were 11, including the 2 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh my gosh, how long ago was that?
like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Maybe 2.
And you can see that panic begins to set in on his face. We have to go. We have to go right now. We have maybe 20 minutes. Gather your stuff, everyone. We got to go.
Because they'll come looking for you now that the squad's gone.
Yes, we hit one of their squads previously. We only hurt like one of them, but they came in force, and all of the villagers over there have been taken or killed. He
Okay.
points way off to the west.
I'm going to, while everyone's eating, do a loop and look at the back of everyone's neck.
All right, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
7.
7.
Oh, no.
They're all fine.
Should we set a trap for them here and be like, surprise, we're
Yeah, how many did they send
We're
last
awesome.
time?
It was like 30 or
Mm,
35. It was
I have 3 spell points.
there was a bunch of dogs and they had like 2 or 3 commanders and that old guy and they just hit all the villages. We were out and hiding and then they missed us, but half the resistance was taken. So
What old guy?
We need to some old guy. We should pack up right now. He
Yeah.
goes with them. I don't know.
we can help them pack
Do
up.
you have any spellcasters here? Any low-level spellcasters? Anything?
Well, there's the lady in the village. She treats like wounds and dog bites and she takes care of the loggers, but
And she's still living in the village?
I don't think anyone's living in the village now. The last time I saw them, they were rounding them up and putting them inside the inn.
Okay.
Okay, let's clear out.
I'll help you.
And you can see that everyone else is already they're all moving and they're grabbing their packs and stuff like that. And you can definitely see that at the very least they're prepared to run. Like it doesn't take them long to get
Mhm.
squared up and ready to rock and roll.
Do we still have our horses, right?
Mhm.
So we should probably take our horses, but go with them? Or should we go our own way? Which direction are they going to come from? Straight from the town or from a different angle?
Well, more than likely, because the way that they leave, they're going to be both north of us and south of us at this current, like at this time. That's where they would be, and there's the village path is a loop from the center, from where we're at right now. They'll come from both sides. The last time we were away at the river, and when we came back, we could just see them from a distance, but they'll probably hunt us down now.
Okay. So which way are you guys going? Are you going east?
We'll head to the river. We have a couple of rafts ready, and we can ride it downriver for a little bit. And then we'll come back and reform the resistance.
That's a great idea, kid.
Should we go with them?
So what he's going to show you something real quick.
Drawing a map. Looks like something from a football screen.
Yeah, I figured we'd cut this.
Yeah, so you guys are currently like
X's and
up
O's.
here, and the way that he was talking was there's the trail that you guys followed, and there's a bunch of little offshoots that go like this, and then there's the trail that continues to go this way. So his house is right over here, and there's the main road that swoops from both ways. So the way he described it last time is they had squads come down both major roads,
Mhm.
and they kind of just like swept through the area.
Okay.
Just so you guys have some visuals.
Okay. Should we go with these guys?
And you can see them, they begin taking off like immediately.
I think it might be safer if we let them just go. Like,
We'll be back by tomorrow for the resistance.
Maybe take a day to rest up. That way you come back in 2 days and we'll be ready to resist with you.
All right, 2 days. We'll meet you here.
Yes. We're going to have this taken care of by then.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Before
Yeah.
you go, Jacoby, the old man, what's he look like?
The one from with the hobgoblins?
Yes.
He's wearing like green and brown clothing, and he's got a staff with like twigs growing off the top of it, and he's got like gray. He's very old, gray hair everywhere. He moved pretty spry from what I saw, but yeah, I don't know anything really. I just saw him from a distance, and he was talking to the hobgoblins like he knew what he was doing, but
Meta, Jeremy knows what's up. Graham does not know what's up.
Yeah. Justin's got an idea. Stennel does not. Stennel doesn't have many ideas.
That's
He's
true.
like, that's weird. Let's go stab stuff. So if they're going to come from this way and they're going to come from this way, should we just go straight to the town through the woods?
While they're here.
Yeah, while they're wasting time out here, we can go check out the town.
What do we do to cover the trail of that takes a while.
I can sweep some footprints, and if you can
We can just clop the horses through it.
prestidigitation, whatever, and
A
clop
bit.
some horses and then sweep some shit.
A-
Spend like 5 minutes.
So you guys are gonna cut through the forest to get to the village
Yeah.
at an angle
I guess.
with your horses.
And we're gonna spend a couple minutes to try and cover the trails of the villagers.
Okay. So who's gonna roll me a stealth check? But let's do survival. It's out in the middle of the woods, that kind of a thing. See if you can cover it up.
I got a meh.
That's me too.
You got a 0.
I am proficient, so I could help someone.
I could do it.
I will.
I'm not trained in it. I have a +0.
I'll have a +2, but I can give you
I've got a
advantage.
+2. I can help you
Oh.
out.
All
You
right,
do
so
it.
you guys do it, and you'll gain advantage.
Yeah,
So
you
go
do
ahead
it,
and
and
roll
I'll
it,
give you
Maryn.
advantage.
No, 11.
All right, so 11 it is. As you guys think you do a pretty good job covering up the tracks of the villagers, and yeah, it looks really good. You can't even see that there was villagers here. So
Fuck. Said that in stereo.
all right, so and then you spend a little bit of time to do that, and then what are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna go ahead and cut through the forest?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you guys going to do it quickly or regular paced? Or are you guys going to try and move slowly and stealthily?
Regular paced?
I'm okay with stealth, but
Yeah, I'm decent with stealth. I have +3.
Okay,
I
stealthy
just
it
don't
is.
want to take too long because if they get there, see there's nothing, they'll head back and we won't have much time.
Or metagaming, they'll follow the villagers.
Oh, but not metagaming.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and all roll me a stealth check as you begin to move with your horses
God damn it.
Through woods.
through the woods.
13.
18.
12.
12,
16.
16. All right. So you guys press on through the forests. You begin moving through some thick terrain. You've got your horses with you, and you're snapping through the woods and the trees. But you're able to press on, and you think you're moving pretty quietly as you begin making your way through the forest. Now, the forest again, it has a couple of places on it that are just like steep valleys. You have to like haul your way around and climb through, and then bits and pieces where it rises up, and you begin hauling on the horses to get them to move through it. As you do that, the sun begins to move past noon. It's starting to move closer to dinner time. What would be dinner time around here?
Do we hear anything through the woods behind us?
No, you did not hear anything crashing and moving through the woods behind you guys as you are traveling through it. And then you can begin to see, as the trees begin to thin, smoke rising in front of you from probably where the village of Timatone is located. So, yeah, you guys are within a very short travel to get there, but you are moving with horses. So, what's your plan?
So if we were to the east and then heading directly towards the town, are
Mhm.
we on the town's east side, northeast side?
Yeah, you'd be southeast of the town.
We're southeast of the town.
Yes,
And
you're
heading-
traveling northwest to get there.
So we're heading to, are we going to see walled off portions? Is this where they've walled off?
So I stopped you guys far enough away where you can begin to see that the trees are thinning, and you can see smoke through the trees, but you haven't seen the actual village yet. I wanted to find out what your plans are, if you're going to sneak in closer or continue along the same path. I'll keep your same stealth rolls if you continue moving quietly. I just
So-
want to know where we were.
He said started to build walls. Does,
Along the north side, right?
does that mean that some areas are okay to be accessed for now?
He said there were 2 gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also was very specifically telling us they walled off one side, but they haven't walled off the whole town.
Yeah.
So if they walled off the north and we're approaching from the southeast, like we might just have a bare access.
Well, we can scope it out.
Who's got binoculars or a thingamabob scope?
Those are too much money.
Yeah.
Way too much money.
How about just a piece of paper you could roll up and then look down? Nobody? All right.
Use your hands.
Oh, all right. All right. I put my hands together into a scope, and it really limits my peripheral vision. So I'll creep. I'll
Okay.
leave my horse with them, and I'll creep forward till I can see some buildings.
All right. So you begin to creep your way a little bit closer, and you get to the near the edge, but enough where it begins to like thin out enough that you can begin to see that there is like a building, and then fence that's really rough cut wood, but it's like a fence line, and it stretches out to another building, and then to the north of you, you see where it is like the beginning of a gate, and it looks like they just took like a couple of trees and cut all the arms off of them and planted them in the ground to form the gate. And then you see a bunch of rough cut wood paneling that they built to make the gate itself. It's defensible versus like small, attacks, but it would be nothing against like an army. They just blow right through it, but it's defensible enough for their purposes. So, and as you approach, you see that there is smoke rising, but it's definitely not from any of the buildings on the outside edge of the town. It's coming from farther in, and it looks like it's not very thick. It's small smokestacks, but from here you can clearly see the outlines of 2 archers that would be a little bit south of you, and 2 archers a little bit north of you near the gates.
Okay, but there's no gap in the wall. It's walled.
Not from here.
So
But I do see a building. They're using the building, right?
Yeah,
Wood.
they incorporated the building in the part of the construction.
Does the building have a door?
Not on this side.
Window?
Not on this side.
The fuck kind of people are these? All right. No windows? All right. So I will fade back into the undergrowth.
You fade back into the undergrowth and come back and report to the town or the squad.
All right. So if we're looking for a gap in the defenses, we need to circle south or more.
So south would be on the main road heading towards West Bank.
But there's a gate on this side.
If we got on the roof of the building, does it have cover or is it just open?
If you climbed on the roof of the building?
Yeah.
It's peaked. Yeah, so if you climb up on this side, yeah, it would provide some cover. If you just kind of climb up to the top where you can peek over the top.
And
Yeah.
Crouch. Yeah.
I kind of want to try that.
Okay. You gonna give it a shot?
Should we do it under the cover of night?
No, that'll be too much time. What time is it right now?
It's closer to mid-afternoon, getting like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Because if we're going to do something, we're going to need to do it when there's not 30 extra bodies in there.
Possibly. Or if we do a full rest in the woods, we go in with 30 extra bodies in there and more spell points, but that's up to you, my man.
Yeah, I'm not very confident about going in there without Jules spells.
Thunder.
I have 3 spell points. That's 1 second level or 1 first level.
Mm-hmm. I think it's worth checking out.
Okay, so you're doing it by yourself?
Have we heard what sounds like 30 people leaving the village
Or coming
and
back.
going down any roads?
No.
Well, clearly we must have left in time.
Do we want to wait until we hear that kind of thing? Or...
Also, how are you going to scale the building?
Grappling hook?
How are they not going to see a grappling hook like sail up and over in broad daylight?
That's why I asked. Am I wrong in assuming that?
You'll have cover to be able to throw it over on that. If it goes too far over the edge, then anyone on the other side is going to notice it. Yeah, so you you would have to time your throw or judge it accurately in order to do it quietly enough and without making it extremely noticeable. That being said, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of activity on the other side. You got close enough, you would have heard if there's a bunch of movement or stuff like that on the other side of the fences. So,
should we circle south and look for another building to scale, or you want this one?
It's fine either way. It's just we'd have to go across the road, and the more time we waste trying to circle around looking for an opening, the more time we waste with all of those groupies out, assuming they're out.
And you definitely don't want to get into a big tussle without a long rest, Jewel. Right?
That is true.
What do you think?
Like I said, I'm not confident going in without spells.
Are you talking about doing a recon, or are you talking about like getting in there?
Yeah, it depends on what we see, but that's why I wanted to check. Because if there's only a few archers and maybe a couple guards, maybe we could save somebody in there.
There's a healer in there, maybe, but probably not.
The wall that I saw, It was like, was it a barn?
It looked like a regular house.
With no windows.
On this side, yes. No windows.
Was it like, is it a wood house, brick house?
Yeah, it's wood.
Is it straw?
They're loggers out here. They pretty much just built like it's like a log cabin almost.
And what was the terrain between my cover and that? Like,
there's 20 foot of open terrain.
Okay. So we'd have to cross 20 foot of open terrain in daylight with 2 archers to the north, 2 archers to the south, and then either throw a grappling hook up and climb, or if we have a crowbar, maybe pry a bit of wood off the house and slip in that way.
If it's a log cabin, there's no
Log
way.
cabin, that wouldn't work. Yeah.
Just pry a log. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. They're not like the little log.
Lincoln
cabins
logs.
I
No,
built.
not like a Lincoln
As-
log. No. Yeah.
Pull one
Like
Lincoln
a
log
giant Lincoln log is yeah.
out. I almost think we should like.
Retreat. There's literally nothing we can do
Well-
except scope it out, but there's archers and a good view.
Well, if we backtrack just a little bit, circle around, and then try coming in a little bit further down, like that's still not taking too much time, and maybe we can see if there's a better gap in the defense.
Yeah, sure. Let's head back and then cross the road out of sight of the gate.
All right, so you're gonna head back into the forest a little bit,
Mhm.
and then are you gonna cross the southern road, or are you gonna go north and cross what would be their eastern road?
Well, he said the north was walled off, so I figured we'd try and head south. He said the north was where they started building, so if we're going to find a place where they haven't built yet, it's going to be to the south.
Is that correct?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so going by Jacoby.
So yes.
Okay, so you guys head south a little bit through the woods, and then you cross over again with your horses, and you make it to the edge of the road. And as you're doing that, you can hear the sounds of marching people coming through the forest from behind you.
From this direction?
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, following our trail, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so much for resting in the woods.
They have dogs.
They sure do.
I could try prestidigitation, but it has limits.
Very
It
much
has a lot
so.
of limits.
Yeah, it doesn't get rid of scent.
I mean, you can make a scent, but it's like 1 cubic foot, and you can only have 3 of those at a time.
Yeah. And it's like Febrezing a fart.
Yeah.
You just smell Febrezing and fart.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, nothing beats ass. It's lavender and ass.
Are you guys gonna cross the road?
I think we need to maybe take off if we're being followed that closely.
What if we send one of the horses away?
If
We
they,
could cut it so it bleeds,
Oh, that's
or
awful.
we could cut one of us and smear blood on it and make it go south.
we have the old man's horse.
Yeah.
His old horse.
That's
but-
true. We're not as emotionally connected to it. But then that leaves you horseless. You can
Oh,
ride with me.
yeah,
I'm light.
yeah.
Um,
I also have perfume.
Our fun.
I could spray perfume on it
oh shit. Yeah.
and then like cut my hand and spray blood on it or rub blood on it. Yeah.
Spray blood from your hand.
And that's a good idea if we assume they're only navigating by scent.
Well,
Yeah.
again, if they're following the dogs, if we're coming out to this road, that's going to be an opportunity to confuse the tracks. Like we could charge up to the gate, or we could backtrack along the road and get into the woods on this side somewhere.
Yeah. Either way, we need to horsey on out of here because we cannot take on a whole platoon at the moment.
No, not at the moment. Okay, so we fuck off.
Did you do that with the horse?
Do you want to do your idea?
No.
Yeah. No.
Because there'll still be, if I cut myself, there'll still be blood on me.
Mhm.
And there'll probably still be enough scent from the other horses and any residual perfume that it wouldn't work 100%.
Okay, so just to clarify, are you all leaving with the horses, or are you sending a horse south?
I said I was gonna before that. We send a horse south along the road. We slap its ass. If you cut your palm, we can bandage that up and you can prestidigitate the smell away. Maybe it's one cut.
But that it doesn't prestidigitate the smell away. It prestidigitates another smell on top of
You
it.
can hear them getting closer.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Let's get rid of the old horsey. It's a liability anyway.
We're still going to have 3 horses.
Yeah, but we're just keeping the fresh ones. We're getting the tired one out of here.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go on the road. Is there palm cutting?
Yeah.
Nope. All right. And then you slap the ass of the old horse, and he starts down the road south. And then you guys cut across.
We head south for a bit,
All right. So
Try
you
to
head
get
south
ahead of
for a
it.
bit with the horse, right?
and then we'll cut off
And then you'll cut off from that point in time.
somewhere where we're not making a bunch of noise.
Okay, cool. So you guys begin moving into the forest that way. And you guys begin to make your way through it when you can hear the marching feet of the hobgoblins making their way down the road now to follow you. Go ahead and all roll me a stealth check.
12.
12.
10.
6.
9.
All right. So,
Fuck.
as you guys are moving as quiet as you can through the forest, you can see them stop, right? And well, not see them, but you can hear their marching stop.
Mhm.
And as you guys are continuing to move quietly through the forest, from this distance, you can almost hear a conversation, like and it sounds as if there's some confusion. And then you hear the continued marching feet going south.
I mean,
And you can hear some snapping of woods.
Oh, so they split.
uh,
How many are there though?
well, let's.
Too far away to see.
Yeah.
Can we guess the number based on what we're hearing?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
18.
18. It's not as large as the first party you guys ran across. Definitely smaller.
So let's keep going for like 5 minutes into the woods. See if we can lead them further away from the other group,
Mhm.
and then we'll ambush them. We'll go 5 minutes and then find bushes.
Okay, there's plenty of bushes.
Right, no, yeah.
5 minutes would still, even if you started making combat, you'd be smart enough to know it's going to be still the other party would hear you. Is the plan to be engaging one party and then another?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Well, as long as we're not engaging them together.
Okay.
But we'll go. Is it like 5 minutes? Do we still feel like we have a comfortable lead after 5 minutes?
Sure.
We're
Oh,
moving stealthily, though.
yeah.
Yeah, they are not. So they are catching up on you.
Okay. So then we can keep going a couple more minutes and see if they're catching up.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You
7 minutes.
You stealthily move 7 more minutes into the woods, and as you're making your way through that, you can hear that they are getting a little bit closer to you. You don't hear the sound of dogs moving through the woods chasing you. You don't hear the regular commands of someone who would be leading dogs, right?
Jump off the horse and climb up a tree.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a athletics check. to
The
climb
rest
up
of
the
us
tree.
are literally looking at him like, what the fuck? Ambush.
I say this is fine. You guys go hide, and I'll just play dumb farmer and put my hands up. And when they get close,
I could also try to climb a tree and just crossbow people.
Mhm.
But then does
Get
that
some
make
cover.
me an EV target? I don't know how that would work.
and not if you're behind a tree, you'd have cover.
7.
Like if you're in the branches and you're peeking around the trunk.
You
Yeah.
start climbing a tree. It's taking forever. When the party finally looks at you, you've made it 3 feet off the ground, and are your foot just keeps sliding on the branch.
I've got this.
I'll give him a boost.
All right, you boost him up a little bit. He finally gets up onto the branch.
I'm also going to try and climb a tree.
All right, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, good roll. So you climb past him. What's the rest of you two doing?
I'm going to play dumb farmer.
I'm going to hide in the undergrowth.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. An additional one.
I'm going to load my crossbow. Oh no.
What'd you get?
I am so stealthy.
Yeah, with a
5.
All right. You see Maryn walk behind a small bush that has 2 leaves on it, and he crouches down and grabs onto both and peels at his side and rests his head between the branches.
I'm going to pull one of the horses in front of.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm imagining the mohawk stands up above the horse. This is great.
And then I'm going to reach down, get some dirt and smear it on my face, and then pull my cloak over my sword.
Okay. So you do that,
Mhm.
and you can hear the sounds of the people they stopped a little ways away. You can hear some whispered conversations for a second or two. And then they begin moving again. And then at the very edge of your vision, you can see like a group of 4 of them being led by another commander as he's marching through the forest. So, and he spots you easily. And he immediately stops and his hand goes up and everyone else stops. And he goes, she's looking directly at you. I said he, but it's a girl.
Okay.
Is looking directly at you and goes, you are not a villager that I recognize from around here. I take it you are adventurers?
I say, and I raise both my hands up so she can see my palms.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hobgoblin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I say, I'm sorry, I'm just a poor farmer. I just came to the wrong area. I heard the footsteps and I heard what happened from somebody escaping the other way. And I was just trying to get by. And I try and fake tear.
All right, go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Fake tears.
24.
24.
Hey.
Oh, that is too bad. I was hoping you were an adventurer. I wish to speak to them, but since you are a nothing farmer, I will have to kill you now. My apologies. And she turns and starts just speaking to Goblin and the rest of her
I
party.
immediately let loose my arrow that I'd been preparing. I literally said I'd take out my arrow and cock it and aim at and ready myself.
All right, go ahead and roll me an attack.
Oh.
Ooh, lovely.
Sorry, guys. That's a
I'm just
hand
an
crossbow,
old man
22.
looking for his potatoes.
That hits. Roll damage.
Cool. My whole 1d6
Plus dex.
plus dex. Plus 1. So that's dex. Why isn't it's plus 1. That is a 4.
All right.
Piercing damage.
So the crossbow smacks into the commander, who immediately spins back around and holds her hand up like this to stop everyone and goes, wait, parley. And then she starts switching into other languages real quick, like Draconic and Dwarven. Parley in Draconic, and then parley in Dwarven.
To
us.
In your direction.
Okay.
I'm immediately recocking
Because
like
you didn't shoot her with a bow. Right?
Yeah. And I say, why do you wish to speak to adventurers?
So you are an adventurer then.
Why do you wish to speak to adventurers?
Do you know Dwarven?
I do.
Do you know Draconic?
I do.
But and I say only giant in giant.
Yes, I do not know that one.
And then, or elven, I guess.
I also do not know that one.
I know
Common?
Draconic.
Do you say that out loud?
Mhm.
Okay, from behind the horse.
The Mohawk.
You see almost relief go over her, and she speaks in Draconic. Because this is a fool's mission, and we need to leave.
What? So I get out from behind the horse.
And as you get out from behind the horse and stand there staring at her, we slowly pull back as you see the party completely surrounded by archers and spearmen that had been sneakily moving themselves around you. Will the party survive their encounters with the hobgoblins next time and free the villagers from this terrible destiny that awaits them? Or will they be stabbed repeatedly and shot with arrows in this moment of tense negotiation? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. And remember,
Party
on.
Remember to send us your memes and dice pics on Twitter and Instagram at Total Party Guild or #Topagu. And join our Facebook page, facebook.com/TotalPartyGuild. We have a modest website, TotalPartyGuild.com, where we are setting up a wiki, our blog and info on the cast, interviews with the characters, and details about the continent of Arosa.
Be sure to rate and review us on your podcast platform of choice. It's especially important to get us seen and promoted. If you love it, others might too. A guild of many defeats more monsters.
Party on!